On stage, Mick Jagger struts with unrelenting energy while Keith Richards stands beside him, firing off those unmistakable riffs that have defined generations of rock rebellion. Together, they command oceans of fans singing every word, embodying decades of swagger and sound. Yet, the road to that immortal status wasn't always so effortless. In their early days, under the guidance of Brian Jones, the Rolling Stones were more a blues cover band than songwriting icons. One of their first hits, I Wanna Be Your Man, was even handed to them by their friendly rivals, the Beatles. Their first two records leaned heavily on covers of blues heroes like Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf, and Chuck Berry. It wasn't until Aftermath, 1966, that Jagger and Richards fully embraced their songwriting abilities, emboldened by the massive success of I Can't Get No Satisfaction. That album marked a turning point, from imitators of American blues to architects of their own distinctive rock identity. The Stones began to evolve rapidly, keeping pace with the Beatles' innovation while staying true to their darker, dirtier roots. That creative evolution reached a fascinating crossroads with Between the Buttons, 1967, the album that bridged their pop era with their forthcoming reign as rock and roll pioneers. It was the last record produced by Andrew Loog Oldham, the final showcase of Brian Jones's experimental instrumentation, and a project that captured a band on the edge of transformation. Yet despite its adventurous charm and enduring fan appeal, Mick Jagger himself has never been entirely fond of it. In an interview with Rolling Stone, Jagger admitted that Frank Zappa was one of the few people who truly appreciated the record. Frank Zappa used to say he really liked it, Jagger recalled. It's a good record, but it was unfortunately rather spoiled. We recorded it in London on 4-track machines. We bounced it back to do overdubs so many times, we lost the sound of a lot of it. He compared it to their Satanic Majesty's Request, 1967, saying both albums were sound experiences rather than collections of great songs. When asked if any of the Between the Buttons tracks meant much to him, Jagger gave a characteristically blunt answer, no. What's on it? Once reminded, he mentioned Yesterday's Papers as the first song he ever wrote completely on his own, and My Obsession as another highlight. Still, only one song stood out for him, Ruby Tuesday. It's just a nice melody, really, he said, and a lovely lyric. Neither of which I wrote, but I always enjoy singing it. Beyond that, Jagger admitted, he didn't think much of the rest. I don't think they're there. I didn't think they were very good at the time either. Today, Between the Buttons occupies an odd gray space in the Rolling Stones' vast discography. It's charming, eccentric, and full of character, yet undeniably flawed, a product of ambition colliding with technical limitation. Between Zappa's praise and Jagger's dismissal lies the album's true identity, a transitional work born in the brief moment before the Rolling Stones stopped chasing greatness and started defining it.